Freeze. Stop scrolling, stop moving, stop everything. What I'm about to tell you, it's not just another video. It's a wake-up call, and honestly, if you ignore it, it might burn inside you for the rest of your life. I'm Ibrahim Traoré, speaking from the red dirt of Burkina Faso. But this isn't just about Africa. This call, it's for you. Black America. My family across the ocean. This isn't some soft talk about hope. Nah, this is about power. Unity. The kind of unity that makes empires crumble. The kind they've been terrified of for centuries. So let me ask you something, and I want this to echo in your head tonight. What if everything you've been taught about your strength, your history, your connection to Africa was a lie? Not an accident. A deliberate design to keep you small, divided, and thinking you're alone. I'm not here as some outsider preaching at you. I'm family. I see the same fire in your eyes that burns in mine. That fire that says, enough. We're done being played. From Chicago to Accra, from Detroit to Dakar, from Harlem to Lagos. That fire connects us. I've seen the playbook. Divide us, distract us, make us believe our struggles are separate. They slice us into pieces so small we can't see we're the same body. But I've also seen the one thing that scares them to death. Black America waking up and linking arms with Africa. One voice, one movement, one unstoppable force. Violence was never their sharpest weapon. Division was. The whip, the gun, the chains, those were temporary. But teaching us to see each other as strangers? That's the poison they keep pouring into our veins. They'll show you crime in Chicago, but not the black businesses thriving. On the next block, they'll show you war in Mali, but not the coders in Nairobi building apps that beat Silicon Valley. They'll feed you pain, because if you saw our power, yours and ours, you'd realize we're unstoppable. Every headline of despair, every stereotype, every breaking news tragedy, someone's making money off it. They profit from our division. They need us divided, because the day you recognize your hustle in Detroit is the same as our grind in Dakar, their whole system shakes. You've built empires from nothing. You turned scraps into culture that runs the world, jazz, blues, hip-hop, movements that bent history. And Africa, we're building too. Tech hubs in Kenya, farmers in Senegal feeding nations, women in Rwanda running governments. But they don't show you that, do they? Because if you saw both sides, your brilliance, our rise, you'd connect the dots. You'd see the bridge that was always there. Let me get personal for a second. I remember being a kid sitting with my uncle in Ouagadougou watching the news. All we saw was struggle, poverty, violence, pain. I used to wonder, is that all they see of us too? Years later, I met a brother from Chicago who told me he never thought about Africa except what he saw on TV. That hit me hard. It made me realize how deep this divide runs and how much it's been fed to us on purpose. I'm not perfect, and I don't have all the answers. Some days, I honestly wonder if we can ever break through all the noise and lies. But then I remember my mother's words. She used to say, "No matter how far your family is, your blood remembers." That's why I'm here, talking to you now, because I know you feel that fire too. That sense that we're meant for more than just surviving. Let's be real, they've been playing us for centuries, making you think your hustle in Detroit don't connect to our grind in Dakar. I've seen it with my own eyes, media showing shootings in Brooklyn, but never the black-owned barbershops and cafes that keep the community alive. They'll show war in Nigeria, but not the tech kids in Lagos building apps that could change the world. Why? Because they're scared of what happens when we realize we're one. One people, one fire, one future. I've seen scraps turned into gold, jazz that heals, hip-hop that moves the world, businesses that keep families fed. Over here, we're doing the same. I've got a friend in Nairobi who started a tech company. His mom's living room. Now he's hiring people from all over Africa. My aunt in Ghana grows food that feeds whole villages. My sister in Rwanda is running circles around politicians. But you don't see that on TV. They'd rather show you chaos, not the quiet victories. And I'll be real, sometimes it gets to me. Sometimes I feel small, like maybe we're just shouting into the wind. But then I see what we've already done, even with the world against us. Nollywood movies blowing up, Ethiopian solar farms lighting up towns, poets in Harlem setting trends that echo everywhere. We're not their sob story, we're their competition, and they know it. So here's my truth. I'm scared sometimes. Scared we'll stay divided, scared we'll keep swallowing their lies. But I'm more scared of what happens if we don't try. Because I believe in us. I believe in you. If you're feeling this, if you're tired of being boxed in, join me. Subscribe to NextGen Traoré, hit that like, drop a comment, tell me what unity means to you, or just share your story. Let's make this messy, real, and honest. Let's make it ours. They'll say we're too different, accents, flags, oceans apart. But I've seen it, Detroit to Dakar, Chicago to Accra, London to Lusaka, we're the same. Your fight for justice in Ferguson is my fight for freedom in Mali. Your wins are my wins. They hide that because they know once we see it, we can't be stopped. So I'm asking you, not as a stranger, but as family. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Let's start now. Let's build something our kids can be proud of. The world's changing, and it's our turn to lead. Their lies are a house of cards, and we're about to knock it down. Western media paints Africa as a lost cause, a place of endless crises, to keep you from seeing the truth. We're not just rising, we're leading. In Ghana, fintech startups move billions without their banks. In Kenya, solar farms light up villages. Their grids can't reach. In Burkina Faso, where I stand, we're taking back mines, kicking out foreign control, building futures on our terms. But turn on their news and it's all war, hunger, despair. Why? Because a powerful Africa linked with you, Black America, the Caribbean, Black Europe, ends their game. Now let's swing it to you. They pull the same trick. Show your pain, hide your power. They'll air a shooting in Oakland, but not the coders. Next-door building apps that rival Silicon Valley. They'll call your marches in Atlanta chaos, but skip the organizers rewriting laws. It's not random. It's a plan to make you feel alone, like your fight doesn't connect to ours. But it, does. Your hustle in Chicago, your dreams in Kingston, your grind in London, they're the same as ours in Lagos, Nairobi, Accra. One blood, one struggle, one destiny. Contrast their lies with our truth. In Nigeria, filmmakers outshine Hollywood, telling stories that hit hearts worldwide. In Ethiopia, factories build cars while their plants shut down. Your poets in Harlem spark global trends. Your entrepreneurs in Miami launch brands that outshine theirs. Yet they zoom in on our conflicts, your protests, never our wins, your wins. They'll show Africa's poverty, but not our markets outpacing their economies. They'll air your struggles, but not your startups banking millions. It's a script to keep us doubting, divided, disconnected. This isn't just about hiding truth, it's about robbing it. Every sad headline they push is $1. For them, funded by companies looting our lithium, your opportunities, they profit from your doubt, betting you won't see Africa's trade deals outgrowing their markets, our youth outsmarting their coders, your communities shaping global culture. They fear the day you realize your fight in Brooklyn is our fight. In Bamako, your wins in Toronto fuel our rise in Tunis. Let's talk about their biggest fear, our unity. They know if Black America's influence joins Africa's resources, we're not just a movement, we're a revolution. They've spent centuries splitting us. Slavery tore families, colonization carved borders, media sold lies. But those walls are crumbling. Every song you stream from Lagos, every business you back in Detroit, every post you share about our rise, it's a step toward a future they can't control. And I'll be honest, sometimes it gets to me. Sometimes I feel small, like maybe we're just shouting into the wind. But then I see what we've already done, even with the world against us. Africa's launching satellites, building newsrooms, coding apps that outsmart their tech. Your community's birth music that fills arenas, ideas that shift policies, businesses that employ thousands. They don't show that. It proves we don't need their pity. We're not their project, we're their competition. This is about taking back our narrative. We're not begging for their cameras, we're building our own. Africa's got YouTube. Channels, streaming platforms, blogs telling our truth. You're doing it too, podcasts, TikToks, posts breaking their grip. Together, we can flood the world with our story. A people who turned pain into power, chains into empires, limits into legacies. They want you to think we're too different. Languages, flags, oceans apart. Lies. From Detroit to Dakar, London to Lusaka, we're one. Our struggles weave, our wins amplify. Every time you back a black artist, invest in an African startup, or share our truth, you're building that bridge. This isn't about anger, it's about action. Stop letting their headlines define you. Seek our truth, our tech, our culture, our victories. Connect with your family across the sea, not as strangers, but as blood building a legacy. There's land here, ideas here, futures where our kids don't beg, they lead. Their world's cracking, economies tanking, systems shaking. This is our time to tell our story, build our systems, lead our way. We're not waiting for their nod. We're building schools, businesses, stories. The bridge is open. So let me ask you, when the world finally sees our power, our unity, our story, will you be one of the builders? Or will you still be waiting for their permission?